Herb Simon is 91 years old. He just bet $78 million on Caitlin Clark's future. Stephanie White just took a broken roster to the WNBA semifinals without Clark, and Cathy Engelbert just made sure neither of them can do anything about it. While Caitlin Clark waits, 50 WNBA players are competing in Unrivaled in Miami right now, making money while Indiana's roster freezes. The WNBA commissioner froze free agency, killed the expansion draft timeline, and walked into a meeting on Monday with nothing. No counterproposal, no plan, just 3 hours of talking that went absolutely nowhere. Simon doesn't have time for this. White earned the right to build a contender. She can't sign a single player. Cathy Engelbert just sabotaged the Indiana Fever, and nobody's talking about it. Let me show you how bad this is. The Fever have exactly 3 players under contract right now. Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, rookie Michaela Timpson. That's it. Kelsey Mitchell, free agent, can't negotiate. Sophie Cunningham, free agent, can't negotiate. Lexie Hull, free agent, can't negotiate. The entire supporting cast that pushed the Las Vegas Aces to 5 games in the semifinals, stuck in limbo. Stephanie White is supposed to build a championship roster around Clark. She literally cannot make a phone call. And Herb Simon, the billionaire who's owned this franchise since 2000, the guy who just signed off on a $78 million performance center because he believes Clark can bring a title to Indianapolis, he's watching his investment rob day by day, week by week, because Cathy Engelbert decided the WNBA's business comes before the Indiana Fever's future. Here's what Engelbert did. On January 9, 2026, the collective bargaining agreement between the WNBA and the Players Union expired. No extension, no deal. The two sides couldn't agree on money. The players want 30% of gross revenue. The league is offering 50% of net revenue. Sounds similar, right? It's not. 50% of net works out to less than 15% of actual money. That's the gap they're fighting over. When the deadline passed, Engelbert put the entire league into a freeze. No free agency, no trades, no signings. Nothing moves until she says so. And then she waited. 6 weeks. The players sent their proposal in December. The league didn't respond. Finally, on Monday, February 3rd, Engelbert walked into a room in New York with WNBPA President Nneka Ogwumike and about 40 players. First in-person meeting since October. League staff had been exchanging emails and proposals, but no full bargaining session with actual decision-makers in over a month. And what did she bring? Nothing. Ogwumike said it herself. They volunteered that they did not have a proposal prepared at the top of the meeting. That set the tone. 3 hours of explaining positions. No negotiation, no movement. Nneka walked out around 1:30 in the afternoon. Nothing resolved. That's not negotiation. That's stalling. Now put yourself in Herb Simon's shoes. You're 91 years old. You've owned this franchise for 26 years. You brought the Fever into the WNBA back in 2000. You watched them draft Tamika Catchings in 2001. Watched them win a championship in 2012. You know what it takes to build a winner, and you know what happens when you waste a superstar's prime. Caitlin Clark is the biggest thing to hit women's basketball since maybe ever. She played 13 games last season before injuries shut her down. She's ready to come back. She's healthy, she's motivated, and you just spent $78 million on a state-of-the-art performance center because you believe, you know, that Clark can bring another title to Indianapolis. But right now, you can't do anything. Your GM, Amber Cox, has a plan. Sign Mitchell, lock up Cunningham, protect the core, build depth, except she can't execute any of it because Cathy Engelbert won't let her. Herb Simon has been in professional sports longer than most people have been alive. He owns the Pacers too. He knows how this works. You build in the offseason, you make moves, you improve. He can't make a single move. And the clock is ticking. Now think about Stephanie White. Last season, she took over a Fever team that everyone counted out. Clark went down in July. Groin injury, season over. What did White do? She held it together. She used 18 different players. She got contributions from everywhere. She beat the Connecticut Sun. She pushed the Aces, the defending champions, to 5 games in the semifinals. That's coaching. That's leadership. That's earning your right to build something. White did everything the Fever could have asked. And her reward? She can't sign her best players. Kelsey Mitchell is a 2-time All-Star. She's been a Fever lifer for 7 years, but her father passed away in March 2024, And during her exit interview, she said family comes first. She hasn't committed to coming back. White needs to have that conversation. She needs to show Mitchell the plan, the vision, the future. She needs to close the deal. She can't, because Engelbert froze everything. Sophie Cunningham became a fan favorite last year. Clutch shooter, locker room leader, the kind of player you build culture around. White wants her back. Cunningham probably wants to come back. They can't even talk contract until the CBA is done. Meanwhile, the Portland Fire and Toronto Tempo are sitting there, waiting. Expansion draft coming. They get to pick from unprotected players. If the Fever can't sign Cunningham before the draft, she might be gone, stolen by a team that didn't earn her. That's not Stephanie White's fault. That's Cathy Engelbert's sabotage. And here's the part that should make Fever fans furious. This isn't new. Engelbert has been at war with the players for months. The league even tried to take away player housing in December, housing that's been guaranteed since 1999. 27 years of providing a place to live, and Engelbert's team wanted to rip it away in the middle of negotiations. Last October, right before the finals, Napheesa Collier went public, called Engelbert the worst leadership in the world.
I'm not concerned about a fine. I'm concerned about the future of our sport. At some point, everyone deserves to hear the truth from someone who I hope has earned the benefit of the doubt to fight for what is right and fair for our athletes and our fans. We have the best players in the world. We have the best fans in the world. But right now, we have the worst leadership in the world. If I didn't know exactly what the job entailed, maybe I wouldn't feel this way. But unfortunately for them, I do. We serve a league that has shown they think championship coaches and Hall of Fame players are dispensable, and that's fine, it's professional sports. But I will not stand quietly by and allow different standards to be applied at the league level. Thank you.
Collier also claimed Engelbert said Caitlin Clark should be grateful she makes $16 million off the court because without the platform the WNBA gives her, she wouldn't make anything. Multiple sources confirmed Collier shared those comments within days of that meeting. This is the person running the league. This is who Herb Simon and Stephanie White are waiting on. And the players know it. The WNBPA authorized a strike back in December. They're ready to walk if they have to. But inside the union's 7-member executive committee, sources say there's a strong debate happening right now. Some want to hold firm, refuse to compromise, force real change. Others think they've already won enough and that dragging this out could backfire. While they argue, teams like Indiana are stuck. Clark is waiting, Simon is waiting, White is waiting. Engelbert is the only one who can unlock this. And she showed up Monday with nothing. The 2026 season is supposed to start May 8th. That's 3 months away. Before then, the league needs to finalize the CBA, hold the expansion draft for Portland and Toronto, open free agency for over 100 players, let teams actually build rosters, conduct the 2026 draft on April 13th, training camps open April 19th, preseason starts April 25th. If this drags into March, there's no time. Games get delayed, schedules get wrecked, Clark's return gets pushed back. Herb Simon didn't invest $78 million to watch the season get canceled. Stephanie White didn't earn a semifinals run to coach a skeleton crew. Caitlin Clark didn't rehab all winter to sit on the bench because the commissioner can't close a deal. But right now, that's exactly what might happen. Cathy Engelbert sabotaged the Indiana Fever. She froze their free agency. She delayed their roster building. She walked into the most important meeting in months with no proposal, no urgency, and no plan. Herb Simon is 91 years old, watching his $78 million investment sit frozen. Stephanie White proved she can coach a championship team, and she can't sign a single player. Caitlin Clark is healthy and ready, and she might come back to a roster full of strangers. This isn't about labor negotiations anymore. This is about one person holding an entire league hostage. And the Fever are paying the price. Drop a comment. Do you think Engelbert is sabotaging the Fever on purpose? Or is she just incompetent? Subscribe if you want to see what happens next, because this story is about to get ugly.